All right. Hello, world, and welcome back to my virtual reality space. Today, I am sharing without Redact everything that I do within my business to hopefully help someone make a good decision on their business to reduce the chance of making a mistake or getting discouraged about starting a business. So, last week we spoke about the importance of having proper communication channels so that way you are able to get responding to all of your inquiries in a timely manner. Essentially, what that means is on the wide end of the spectrum, there are different communication methods, like let's say email. It might take a little bit longer for someone to reply to an email as opposed to something like Discord, and that is why I have both communication channel, but I essentially only advertise the Discord because that way, if anyone was to ever reach out to me, I'll be able to respond in the quickest time possible, because response time is key. You don't want someone sitting and waiting when they're trying to gather information so that they can make a decision, because then that just slows down the process and adds more friction. Alrighty, so it looks like we are, live and caught up right now on YouTube. So I am going to let X know which platform we are currently live on. And I am controlling this with my eyes and pressing all the wrong buttons. But alright, looks like we are caught up 11 hours ago. So now I'm going to let X know which platform I am currently live on. Something went wrong. Oh, there it is. Alright, we should be all set and good to go there. Alright, so today we are talking about ensuring how I ensure I stay within the budget. So everyone's budget plan is going to be different, but within my business, I have set some budget plans that essentially is able to take me the furthest, or as far as I can possibly go without additional support constantly, because the frantic additional support is what causes you to lose track of the budget, where you are, and what the goals are. So my plan for what I do with my budget is I try not to engage in any kind of plan that isn't a fixed 1-year plan. So my budget plan, they are all for 1 year. So for example, my phone bill, which I've made a video on, is super cheap, $25. Well, actually it's not even 25, it's $20 a month for unlimited internet, unlimited texting, and unlimited hotspot. And I am able to use my phone for the entire year because I've already paid the bill in full. So this allows me to not have a late fee or forget or any of that sort of jazz, because now what happens is if a late fees are added, it starts to mess with the budget and what I'm able to overall accomplish. So another example of what I would do to stay in the budget is something like the X platform. If you look, there is a blue check mark next to my name. And the reason for that is because I have engaged in a 1-year budget plan on that platform. And essentially what that does is allow me to lock in one rate and to be able to get into the business and not worry about the bill. And I can add it to my financial plan to say, okay, this is what I'm expecting, this is what I need to make, and this is what I need to stay within. Anything additional from that it just doesn't fit in the budget. So I do get a lot of offers to be able to network, and I would love to be able to jump into those networking situations, and will be as soon as I am monetized on the channel. So do me a huge favor. Number one, please like the video, because the more the algorithm is able to see that this content is actually reaching people and helping, the more the algorithm is incentivized to leverage the videos to keep people on the platform. And the next thing I like to do with my budget is YouTube. So YouTube does not have a financial plan for a 1 year, and so I've come up with a different strategy on how to keep my ads within a certain budget, to ensure that I'm not overspending, to ensure that the algorithm is able to show me a consistent data, so I am able to actually make changes that make sense, that helps to improve the quality of the videos that I make. So let's say, for instance, if I were to make a video and post it on YouTube, and then I decide to do an ad or something and say, okay, I'm going to put $1 on it, but tomorrow's video I'll put $100 on it. What happens is the algorithm is now kind of confused, or the data that it collects is a little bit confusing, because it's showing two different metrics. It's showing the metrics for the budget of spending within $1 and then spending within 100. And the feedback that comes from something like that, yes, you will be able to see that maybe $1 works for you, or maybe you feel more comfortable towards the $100 end because of the results. But if you were to actually join me next week, because I am trying to keep these videos as short and concise as possible, if you were to join me next week, I will be showing you how I actually handle my AdSense, because there is a pattern to what I try to do, so that way it shows me some consistent data, that way I'm able to say, okay, this is what's working, this is what's not working. But on that note, as stated a second ago, I am trying to keep these videos short, and I want to bring as much value as I can to the community within a short period of time. So if there is any questions that you have, you can always reach out to me directly on Discord. The link is in the description below. Or feel free to jump into the comments, or jump right into the chat. So if you were to jump into the chat and you post a question, I know that my videos are not very long for you to be able to see that I'm live and then jump into the chat to be able to ask your questions. So you can leave them in the comments, but if you are quick enough, send them in right in the chat, and I'll answer any question asked that is asked of me that is pertaining to my business. My personal life is tightly integrated with my business, so everything is from my personal perspective. But on that note, I want everyone to remember that it is a really awesome time outside right now. I live in Florida. It is really hot, but as long as you remember to go outside, touch the ground, look at the sky, and stay hydrated, you are already doing better than a lot of people on the planet. Because I've been keeping up with the news, and you are doing a lot better than a lot of people on the planet. But thank you all for joining. Please subscribe, please like, and share this video. And until next time, see you soon.